This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report, high-flying boys hoops as league play begins. We'll see Wilcox take on Los Gatos, Bellarmine meeting St. Ignatius, and #1 Salesian taking on league rival Alameda.
Girls hoops has California battling San Ramon Valley, soccer with Branham and Pioneer, and the story of the Richmond soccer player from Nepal learning lots of new languages. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight in Brentwood, where the Heritage Patriots are having another fine season. The Patriots 12-2 to start the season, with 6'7" senior Jonathan Ned leading the way.
Yeah, he's really good. The Patriots meeting a vintage team hoping to vie for a league title in the Monticello League this year. The Crushers traveling from Napa to meet Heritage this week. The Heritage Patriots getting pumped up before this interleague matchup right to the start of the game. Heritage coming out hot. Jonathan Ned bounce pass to Khalil Freeman, who lays it in 9-0. A few plays later, Ned dishes it out to Jacob Williams from downtown, nothing but net. Into the second, Heritage locking down on D. Joey Miller steals this one on the fast break and lays it in for two. The Pats are dominating. It was 31-0. Heritage still staying hot in the quarter. Freeman finds a wide open Carson Borelli for three, and it's good. Vintage showing off some nice D here of their own. Amani Lopez with the steal and a big-time rip for the Vintage Crushers. But the Patriots' own Jonathan Ned will come right back in the second half with a slam of his own, a one-hand rip, throwing it down into the fourth where it was all Heritage. Carson Borelli finds a wide open John Ray Lario in the paint as the clock expires, with the Heritage Patriots dominating the entire game. Heritage now 13-2 on the season. The Patriots, one of the Bay Area's best teams.
The Mountain View Spartans getting set to take on rival Los Altos to open up De Anza League play. Mountain View looking good early on. Jake Papa swings it on over to Manuel Mosley, who shoots and scores from deep. But the Eagles answer right back. Chris Schell finds Jake Schab in the paint, who lays it up and in for the and one. Back come the Spartans on offense. Ryan Kim dishes it to Will Dominguez, and he nails the fadeaway jumper as Mountain View takes a 6-point lead after one. The Eagles staying within striking distance in the second. Schell passes to Matt Erberl, who makes it splash from downtown Los Altos. MV battles back. They go around the horn, and the ball finds Papas, who connects from behind the arc. 27-23 Spartans at half. But here, Brennan on the fast break lays it in for two. The Eagles keeping the momentum going as Eric Jones heaves it to Erbil, who scores in the paint. Mountain View just down by one after three. Los Altos riding the momentum into the fourth. Erbil's shot from the corner is off, but Schab is right there for the second chance as the Eagles take the 1-point lead. And Los Altos would pull away late in the game. Zach Espiritu with the pass to Simon Heck. Back to Espiritu. And he gets a tough layup to go as the Eagles win it 44-33 for their first league win of the season.
Time for some girls hoops as the Burlingame Panthers host the Leland Chargers Wednesday night. The Chargers on top early. Sheridan Payne finds Carly Mukai, and she hits from way downtown, getting the and one. That's a 4-point play. And Mukai is just warming up. She gets the pass from Erica Sanko-Lidji, pulling up and sinks the three. Leland up 16-12. Second quarter, Burlingame punches back. Michaela O'Donohue inbounds to Jordan Kanaya. She throws it up for three. Burlingame finds a rhythm now. O'Donohue dishing to Amber Moss, and Amber sinks the jumper to pull within four at the half. Third quarter, and the Panthers showing great ball movement here. It's Kanaya to Nicole Brunicardi, to Moss, back to Brunicardi, who lays it in, and the Panthers take a 40-32 lead. But Leland fights their way back in it. Mukai gets the ball from Haley Uyedi, and she makes some moves and makes it splash for three, and we're tied at 44 all. 5 minutes to play, but Burlingame seals the deal here as O'Donohue finds Samantha Kirshner wide open, and Samantha nails the three, and the Panthers win at 54-49. Burlingame now 8-3 on the season. Big game for Brunicardi and Moss.
The Pioneer Mustangs getting warmed up to take on the Branham Bruins this chilly Tuesday night. We start off with a Pioneer attack. Scott Young looking for a Mustang in the box, and Joey Kettle is there for the shot, but it's just wide. Branham attempting to score here, but the Pioneers keeper is on his A-game. Joey Castro with the save for the Mustangs. It's all Branham here. Timoteo Parra regains possession and tries one from long range, but the shot is just off. No score at the half. Brandon not giving up, the Bruins looking to get on the board, but Mustangs keeper Miguel Ordonez is there to protect the net. 3 minutes left, Kyler Kahn connects with Lucas Queller, who sends the ball into the box, and Dante Reynoso is there with the finish. Reynoso with the goal in the 77th minute, and the Bruins walk away with their first league win of the season. Reynoso with his 6th goal on the season.
Each week, the Rikus Center presents the Player of the Week award.
The announcement made in a rat, produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Players of the Week.
It's Cal High Sports, Rikus Center. Your Players of the Week, check it. First up, CCS from Sobrado High School. This natural shooter has never lost in a knife duel. As sharp as his eyes move, his shots are a tide pool. They go splash, rip a page out of the wide rule. Cause true hooks might be the subject of new books. Dropping pieces from the edge of the court like 2 rooks. 90 points to edge out a win in the nail biter. Keep eating those Wheaties and drinking cider with kale fiber. Sailing on Castro Valley, who's playing strong? It's the senior number 10 point guard, Bailey Jones, with 20 points on the board and 11 assists. While the Trojans keep getting these incredible gifts, they're spreading the myth for settling scores. 110 points on the board against Livermore. It's looking like Castro Valley is ready for war. Forget a horse, Bailey Jones is a legend on the court. That's right. Yeah, you know what it is. Those are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Hamstring injuries are very common in sports. The hamstrings are a group of muscles in the back of your thigh consisting of the biceps femoris on the outside and the semimembranosus, semitendinosus on the inside. Since they cross both the hip and the knee, these muscles see enormous strain when running. The degree of injury can be a strain, a partial tear, or a tear, and MRIs are very useful to help determine this. Injuries that occur in the mid-thigh will heal on their own, but a tear off of the attachments either from up on the butt bone or ischiotuberosity or down below the knee can be more problematic and sometimes need surgery. Hamstring re-injury can occur in about 1/3 of athletes, usually occurring in the first few weeks after injury. It is very important to go slow when progressing back to play to decrease the risk of a frustrating re-injury.
Coming up, the Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game with the West Catholic League opener between St. Ignatius and Bellarmine.
And boys soccer action with Northgate and San Ramon Valley. But first, here is the World Games Top 10 Girls Basketball poll.
Now it's on top, Godoy, a blast from distance, bombs away, and a ball, Godoy! There's Lima! Nick Lima continues his ascent in Major League Soccer.
At Stanford Healthcare, we can now repair complex aortic aneurysms without invasive surgery. If we can do that, imagine what we can do for varicose veins. And if we can precisely treat eye cancer with minimal damage to the rest of the eye, imagine what we can do for glaucoma, even cataracts. If we can use DNA to diagnose the rarest of diseases, imagine what we can do for the conditions that affect us all. Imagine what we can do for you.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements. We are back at Levi Stadium with our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game. The West Catholic League looking very strong in the preseason, with the top 7 teams going a combined 57-11. Two very good teams, Bellarmine and St. Ignatius, meeting this week.
The Bells led by outstanding strong forward Kendall Stubblefield, and the Wildcats feature electric point guard Darian Trammell. Opening night for the WCAL is our CCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, and Robert was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Tonight's game features two teams who are expected to be among the very best in the Bay Area and certainly compete for a West Catholic League title. For the Bellarmine Bells, look for the double threat of Kendall Stubblefield, the outstanding forward for the Bells, averaging 16 points a game, but also averaging 16 points a game is their outstanding guard, Jake Wojcik. For St. Ignatius, they have a dynamic point guard in Darian Trammell, Darian averaging 18 points per game. It's Bellarmine and St. Ignatius in tonight's CCS Block Construction blockbuster game. This game tight the entire way. The Bells on the board early as Stubblefield on the post working hard and scoring, but SI right back at him. Brandon Beckman to the corner for Ben Siufi, who drains the three. More Wildcats, and here's Trammell showing his range from the other side, and SI has a 13-6 lead. But the Bells use stifling defense to come back. Stubblefield the steal, over to Wojcik and back to Big K for two. And then Jake Wojcik gets hot, and he maneuvers to lose the defender and nails the three right there. Just before the half, it's Wojcik again, a long two, and the foul, and the Bells pull to within just 3 points. Third quarter now in the Wildcats. Beckman driving hard to the rack, and a nice scoop shot here, but the Cats' lead is just one. The Bells take the lead here as Nathan Metzger gets free for a long three. So smooth. But SI fires back. Matt Redmond for three, and this game would be tight to the end. The Bells extend their lead in the fourth. Wojcik with a defender in his face nails the mid-range jumper. 4-point Bells lead, 1 minute to play. But Trammell heats up, hitting two late threes. And then down to 4 seconds left, it's Trammell, bounce pass inside to Teddy Snyder, and Teddy was ready. He ties the game at the buzzer, and the SI fans were pretty happy about that. But in the end, the Bells, Wojcik hits here and one. Wojcik great at the free throw line late as the Bells win their West Catholic League opener after going 14-0 in league last season.
Yeah, well, the WCL is such a tough league. We just wanted to come out here and show that we can prove to the WCL that we are just saying the team as last year, and come out here and get a great win against a great SI team and just keep on going.
The Northgate Broncos traveling down 680 to take on the San Ramon Valley Wolves this Thursday afternoon. The Broncos starting hard on the attack as they attempt a goal, but the Wolves keeper Yafti Sanchez is there for the save. Check out this Wolves defense. Northgate kicks the ball way up, and it's headed by Anthony Torres, and Liam Warner gets the ball to protect the net. Broncos staying on the attack. A pass from Jordan Burks finds Daniel Shinoda, who runs with the ball, takes a shot, but it's just wide. Another Northgate attempt here. Ryan Rue connects with Jonathan Louie, who sends the ball a little too high. SRV in possession now. The Wolves taking a shot on goal, but Broncos keeper Gabe Weimer is too good at what he does. No score at the half. A corner kick here from Jack Dooley links with Brandon Lee Vale and is kicked over the net. The Wolves continue to fight. The ball is deflected by LaVale and finds Tyler Martinez, who kicks it from long range, but it's just a little high. But with only minutes left in the match, a corner kick by Lou Samos drops in the box, and Dooley comes in for the score. 1-0 San Ramon Valley as they extend their winning streak to 3, giving them 5 wins on the season. Valley Health Plan and the San Jose Earthquakes present our Soccer Players of the Week each week. This week's Boys Soccer Player of the Week is El Cerrito goalie Phoenix Maliga. The Gauchos keeper coming up with 10 saves in a scoreless game with Richmond.
The Girls Soccer Player of the Week is Pioneer Mustang Lauren Martinez. The freshman striker had 2 goals in a recent game for the Mustangs, and she's just a freshman. Sereno Group and the 49ers bring us the Coach of the Week award each week. This week's Coach of the Week is Clayton Valley head boys basketball coach Eric Bamberger.
The Ugly Eagles are 12-0 to start the season with some impressive wins against tough teams. Eric Bamberger, this week's 49ers Sereno Group Coach of the Week.
Coming up, East Bay League basketball as Dublin battles Amador Valley.
But first, here's a tip from one of the sports offered at the Silver Creek Sportsplex.
I'm Coach Allie, and today I'm going to talk to you about a different sport we offer at the Silver Creek Sportsplex, basketball. If you want to play more aggressively, become a better communicator. Talk more out on the floor, especially on defense. If you're guarding the ball, tell them. If you're running the floor and you're wide open for a layup, call for it. Your teammates and your Coaches will appreciate it more when you communicate because it shows that you're more aggressive.
The World Games All-Star Basketball game is coming up March 25th at Oracle Arena. The game will feature the best boys and girls basketball players from Northern and Southern California playing on the home court of the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Vote for your favorite All-Star right now at WorldGamesTournament.org and have a chance to win tickets to the game and an autographed Stephen Curry jersey. Get your tickets for the All-Star game at WorldGamesTournament.org. Everyone attending gets a Kevin Durant bobblehead. The 2018 High School California All-Star Game presented by World Games. For almost 50 years, Block Construction has been enhancing the Greater Bay Area and Central Coast, transforming the Northern California landscape, building corporate offices, schools, health and wellness centers, research labs, historic and non-profit buildings, using innovative and sustainable techniques, delivering safety and quality, creating trusting lifelong partnerships. Block Construction, building futures since 1970. In 2006, a small group of dedicated, experienced real estate top producers broke from the tradition of large-scale real estate mega companies. Our goal was to form an upscale boutique agency with an unprecedented knowledge of the local market and community. We are the best and the brightest top producing agents in Silicon Valley, agreeing to collaborate to leverage our talents and ensure the success of every opportunity for our clients. And we give back with $500,000 a year, annually going out to 24 different organizations. Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, my name is Ed Graziani from Los Altos. I'm proud to support high school athletics on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pizzine in Palo Alto, and I'm a proud supporter of Bay Area high school sports.
We are Los Lobos 6-man! And you are watching 49ers High School.
Back at Levi Stadium in the NBC Sports Studio, and it's opening night in the East Bay League. This another very tough league with several of the 10 teams having outstanding preseasons. Two of those teams, Amador Valley and Dublin, meeting this week.
Both the Dons and the Gales coming into this game with an impressive 10-3 record and looking to get a jump start on the rest of the league in the game played at Amador Valley Tuesday night.
It's Dublin traveling across the highway to take on Amador Valley to start league play. The Dons get the ball rolling. Tommy Kramer taking this one at the top of the key and drives to the basket for two. The Gales answer right back. Robbie Beasley recovering on the loose ball to give Dublin a 21-14 lead. Into the second now, the Dons fighting back. The ball is bobbled in the air, but Demetrius Williams follows it in as AV pulls within two. 3 minutes left in the second. Beasley showing off his handles and pulls up for the fadeaway. It's good. A few plays later, Beasley again with a buzzer beater from downtown as the Gales head into the half with a 10-point lead. Next half, this ball rattles off the rim and is loose in the key, but Williams rebounds it and puts it back. The Gales lead at 47-34. Dublin back on offense. Connor Jackson swings this to Beasley. Drains his 7th three in this game. Moving ahead to the fourth. Get out your camera, folks, because Jack Nielsen attacks the rim for the monster jam, giving Dublin a 65-46 lead. The Dons get one last shot in. Dimitri Aaron lobs it up for Tyler Nanny on the alley-oop rip. But Dublin will come out on top with Beasley leading the way. 73-61 is the final.
California and San Ramon Valley both looking for their first win in the East Bay League. Up first, Katie Peterson feeds it to Lexi Romero behind the arc. Both teams started off with a 3-basket. SRV pulled ahead a bit early on, but here's Cal Capitan Gabby Edmond with the driving floater, making it 16-10 SRV. Both teams nailing their shots from behind the arc tonight. Caitlin Gwynn takes the three-pointer. It's good. 18-13 San Ramon Valley up in the first. Check out this shot from San Ramon's Anne-Marie Santich. The long ball is good, and there's a buzzer. Her team was pretty happy about that. 21-13 to end the first quarter. On to the second. Edmond had one heck of a game. She nails that shot for 3 of her 16 points on the night. Cal down by 3. The Wolves' Audrey Baston had an amazing game as well. The feed from Paige Gerhardt. The Wolves up by 4 in the half. Going right to the end of the third. Seconds left. Audrey Moulton nails the basket from just one step in front of half court. And here the Grizzlies down by 3, but not anymore. Erica Adams drains the long ball to tie it at 47. It came down to the wire, but here comes Santich again with the clutch 3, and SRV would go on to win their first league game of the season, 52-49 over Cal, with help from the long ball.
The Kennedy Lady Titans with their pregame cheer as they take on Logan. 9 minutes into the game, Kennedy looking to get things started. Natalie Monroy with the steal and a shot, but Kendra Aguirre is there. A few plays later, James Logan on the breakaway. The ball knocked her out inside the box, but Ariana Ferenchak is there to keep this game scoreless. 14 minutes to go in the half. Amal Gill will dribble through defenders, takes the shot, trying to give her team the lead, but it's just off the mark. 38th minute now, Kennedy's Haley Chitwood takes a shot from 35 yards out, but Aguirre is there to keep the game scoreless at the half. Fast forward to the 58th minute, Titans with a chance to score, but it's Aguirre again, another one of her saves in the game. Later in the second half, the University of Nevada Reno commit Haley Chitwood from the 50-yard line. Jasmine Pacheco on the follow, but Aguirre is right there for the stop. Colts take back possession. It's Gill again, looking to give James Logan the lead, but Ferenchak is there again, and we stay tied with no score. Final seconds of the game, Stephanie Harris throws it in. Could that be the game winner? No, we end in a scoreless tie with the goalkeepers, the stars in this one.
Each week, we bring you stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to succeed in school and in sports.
Aubrey, tonight we meet a young man from Nepal who is learning all sorts of languages as he adapts to life in Northern California. A chilly winter night at Richmond High School. The lights go on for another practice featuring Los Aceteros, the Richmond varsity team. Aceteros is Spanish for Oilers. This team is nearly all Hispanic. Los Aceteros makes sense. Incongruous in this group is Dhiraj Magar, an immigrant from Nepal. Dhiraj speaks Nepalese. He's been in Richmond just 2 years and is getting good at English.
At first, I didn't understand anything what they said, but after 1 month or so, I got used to it, and then my English is improving, yeah.
But on the soccer team, Dhiraj is learning Spanish and getting instructions from his coach, longtime Richmond soccer coach Renee Silas, who is French and often instructs his players in French.
It's funny because sometimes you don't know what he's saying. It's just funny. The words he says sometimes is it's funny, He has an accent to it.
No, he's great. he's a smart kid. He speaks well. He communicates well. He speaks some Spanish, and he's doing well. I think he's well connected with the kids in the team.
And play. It's a smorgasbord of languages on one of the Bay Area's very best teams. Dhiraj came to this country for a better way of life, a life of opportunity. He speaks fondly of Nepal, of its beauty, but in Nepal, Dhiraj would play soccer in the streets or on a dirt field, not the high-tech artificial turf where he plays now. Moving here was going smoothly until his mom was not allowed to follow her family here.
My mom, we had to be without her here for almost 2 years because the paper for United States, they messed up with something. So, we left her behind for 2 years. It was hard.
But now the entire family is back together and Dhiraj has a new family with his soccer team.
It's like a family. Everyone supports you, helps you on and off the field.
His skills are improving, but his mindset needs to change to become an elite player.
He's a different player in the sense that he hasn't been coached when he lived back in his country. He has recently been coached here, but the way that he approaches the game is more fun.
As the games go on and Dhiraj gets more time on the field, he is gaining confidence.
He's talking more now. I remember last year, I didn't really know him that much, and I would talk to him, and he'll say stuff, but shyish kind of, So now we have long conversations and all that.
Like so many teenagers, Dhiraj would like to play professional soccer, but he has another skill that could take him even further.
I'm good at math. I don't know what to become, but I'll become something.
Coach Silas works for a high-tech company. He's good at math too, but the two have not talked about that yet. It's another language they can explore in the future. Dhiraj and the Aceteros are 2-0-1 to start the league season and look to be a force in the NCS playoffs once again this year.
Thanks, Robert. One Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention every week.
Here's Dr. Ron Desmarais with this week's tip.
Take the symptoms of a concussion seriously. Do not challenge a concussion. It's not worth it. Here are some of the symptoms: dizziness, nausea, blurred vision, light and sound sensitivity, irritability, sadness, confusion, attention and memory, disruptive sleep, lack of appetite, and loss of energy. As a parent, sibling, coach, or teammate, you know this person well and will notice the signs sooner than others. Speak up and protect that brain. There is no wrong decision in doing the right thing when it comes to your brain health. One Hit Away understands that your brain can change your game.
Coming up, it's a South County Chrysler Game of the Week as Los Gatos takes on Wilcox.
An undefeated presentation hits the hardwood against Newark Memorial next.
The San Francisco 49ers are committed to helping kids live a healthy, active lifestyle.
You're plenty fast enough. You're plenty fast. Exchange, exchange. Good. Go, 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 go.
Check out 49ers.com/YF to see how you can get involved.
It's the big finish event at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Gilroy. We've got more than 800 cars and trucks ready to go. 84 Wranglers, 310 Rams, lifted and casual, 75 Chargers, 50 Hellcats, Grand Cherokees, lots of hybrids, Jeep Cherokees, $14,777, new Fiats, $9,999, Chrysler Pacifica, 8 passengers, just $19,777, diesel trucks with more than $17,000 off. We've got the legendary price, power, and selection. Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By the Silver Creek Sportsplex, the Bay Area's premier sports and fitness destination. The Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer.
This season, South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge brings us the Game of the Week. That means a reporter on scene, team interviews, and Game of the Week t-shirts. This week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week is the opening game in the De Anza division. Yeah, and this league is going to be really fun this year with senior Alex Bracken-Gelking leading the way for the Los Gatos Wildcats. The Cats meeting a Wilcox team featuring Franchon and Deshaun Butler. It's Los Gatos and Wilcox in this week's South County Chrysler Game of the Week. The Los Gatos Wildcats taking on Wilcox for their league opener, and they came out guns blazing. First quarter, 6'6" senior Dylan Belquist with the steal. He leaves toward the basket, and it's good. He draws the and one. The Wildcats up 13-2. A minute later, here he is doing it again. A dominant performance in the paint for Belquist. On to the second quarter, the Chargers' Deshaun Butler. On the fast break, he goes up and under for the score, but the Wildcats lead by 17. And here they go, extending it. Alex Bracken-Gelking. The bounce pass to Robert Nelson. Good teamwork there to take the 19-point lead. Wilcox trying to get something going here. Deshaun Butler finds Sean Juanez, and he nails the basket from downtown. But the Wildcats offense never let up. Bracken-Gelking drives up the baseline. He gets a good bounce on the rim to go up 38-15. Fourth quarter now, Nelson, the quarterback for the football team, throws a reception over to Belquist, and he slams it in for his second dunk of the night. The Los Gatos Wildcats put on a showing in its league opener. We talked to Belquist and the Wildcats after the game. Only one team was going to come out of this game with their first league win, and that team is the Los Gatos Wildcats. He had 2 dunks tonight, so our game MVP is Dylan Belquist. Dylan, you came out of this game against a strong opponent. What was going right?
I thought we executed our game plan well, and we knew what we had to do to get the win.
What was that?
We just had to not turn the ball over and run them in transition.
Now, Alex, you finished second in league, and we're just 3 points away from a section title. What is the game plan for the rest of the season?
Well, this year we're going to win league first, and then we're going to win CCS, which we should have last year, and then we're going to go on and win state.
What's it going to take to do that?
Just be a team, just trust each other.
Awesome. Cade, Okay, I'm going to give you a chance to hype up your team here. What should your opponents expect when they get on the court against you guys?
I mean, we're just playing with a chip on our shoulder and just expect some defensive energy.
Awesome, thank you. These are the Los Gatos Wildcats. Guys, take us out with a cheer.
The Presentation Panthers all pumped up and ready to go against Newark Memorial. Presentation looking good early. Carla Polino with the rebound to Kelly Heimberger to Akemi Namba, who hits a long three. That's NBA range. Later in the first, it's Polino again connecting with Ava Williams, who squares up for the Rainbow three. Prez leads by 11 after one. The Cougars fighting back. Haley Nelson scrambles for the loose ball, then punches it out to Kylie Chan, who nails the top of the key three. But the Panthers are undefeated for a reason. Time running down in the half as Sharon Roldan hits a high arcing three as the buzzer goes. 32-14 Prez at the half. Third quarter, Newark not giving up. Chan finds Riley Sarasua, and she drains the three from deep in the corner. Check out this Cougar. It's Nelson getting the inbound pass and showing off her skills before laying it in, and the foul. Nice play there. 1 second left in the third. Off the inbounds, Roldan alley-oop pass to Williams, who hits it. And then Roldan will finish it off with another three-pointers for the Panthers, who win this game by 22 points. The Presentation Panthers, very impressive, remain undefeated on the season with league play starting up next week. Williams leading the way with 33 points. Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek is honoring athletes who do great volunteer work in their community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Andrew Chang from Lynbrook Basketball. For the past 3 summers, Andrew spent his time in Arizona at local Native American reservations, fixing them up and helping build new homes. Anthony absolutely loves spending his summers there and tells us why he finds it so rewarding.
I find it really important. It's just because it's always good to give back to the community. It's like, you know, I've been growing up here in the Bay Area with a really privileged life, and you know, it's just being able to see the different lifestyle of the Arizonas, the Native Americans, and just that feeling that you get when you are able to change someone's life for the better, even if it's in the slightest possible way. It's priceless.
Coming up, the Bay Area's top-ranked boys basketball team, it's Salesian meeting Alameda.
And girls hoops action as Castro Valley meets Acalanes next.
Back at Levi Stadium and the NBC Sports Studio for our first look at the Bay Area's top-ranked boys basketball team, the Salesian Pride. The Pride coming off a championship in the St. Hope Elite Classic with UConn-bound point guard James Akinjo scoring 84 points in the tournament, and he was named tournament MVP.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Pride starting league play this week, hosting the 8-3 Alameda Hornets.
The Salesian Pride getting pumped up as they host Alameda Tuesday night. Salesian feeling it early on. Josh Jefferson to Javon McClanahan, back to Jefferson for three. The Pride on the break again. This is Jade McClanahan, who shows off the behind-the-back pass to his brother Javon, who lines it up for three as Salesian takes an early 9-point lead. But the Hornets battle back. Ben Osechek with the overhead pass to Kingsley Obiora in the paint. He lays it up and in. Alameda looking to continue the attack, but Jefferson making plays on defense as he gets the big-time block. 33-21 Salesian at the half. Second half, Javon McClanahan to Jade McClanahan, who makes his splash from downtown. The Hornets not letting up without a fight. Alameda with some great ball movement finally goes to Ryan Siebel. He shoots and scores from deep, but the UConn-bound senior James Akinjo takes over the game from there. He pulls up from behind the arc for three. Salesian in control late. It's McClanahan to Akinjo, and he scores again from downtown as the Pride wins at 70-45. Their 14th victory of the season. Akinjo leading all scorers with 23 points.
The Acalanes Dons looking to improve upon their 11-2 preseason record against a tough Castro Valley team. First quarter, Grace Gerbhardt nails the contested jumper. That girl is a freshman. Trojans playing fast all night long. The inbound pass reaches the hands of Victoria Nelson in the paint to go ahead by a basket. Lauren Freckman for Acalanes steps up behind the arc and drains the three-pointer. Assist there by Sydney Louie. But right back on the Trojan side, Olivia Troth returns a favor. We're knotted up at 9. Trojans down by 5. Peyton Stanberry in the paint muscles her way in for the score and the and one. And here she is again showing off her defensive moves. Stanberry swats it away. Castro showing great ball movement here. Vivian Wu with a perfect pass to our player of the week, Bailey Jones, to take the 5-point lead. and we're approaching the halfway point. Calista Bernama knows the perfect way to end the half with a buzzer beater 3. Nice. And Castro up 16, and they continue to run away with it, passing it around the arc. Kaylani Udo sees an open Jones, and she nails her first of 2 3-pointers. Here, Akalana is trying to get back in it. Louis to Lauren. Kobashigawa from long range. It's good, but on the very next Castro possession, Wu does that exact same thing. Castro Valley wins it big after coming off their first loss of the season against California. We talked to Jones and Greer afterwards about the team's mindset.
We came in here with like a vengeance from our loss. We don't want to lose again, so we came here to win.
During the Cal game, we just didn't really execute very well. We didn't run our offense. We were tired coming off of a win in overtime the night before. So today we just wanted to capitalize on each other in our offense, and we wanted to work the ball instead of forcing it, and I think we executed that well today.
Synergy Environmental Solutions celebrate players who go all out for their team, just like Synergy goes all out for its customers.
Doing the dirty work this week is Patrick Poncho from the San Lorenzo basketball team. He gets a big-time block. Patrick Poncho doing the dirty work, just like Synergy Environmental Solutions. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send them to you digitally. Go to CalHighSportsBayArea.com to order.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. And if you like us on your TV, you should like us on Facebook. And finally, subscribe to our YouTube page. We'll let you know when new videos are ready to watch.
South County Chrysler Jeep Ram Dodge cares about our Bay Area young people.
So every week, they'll bring us tips on how our teens can drive more safely. Here's this week's safe driving tip.
Hi, my name is Aurora Trejo. I'm from Leland High School with this week's South County Chrysler safe driving tip. In many families, if teens get a car, they end up with the oldest model, most beat up one in the household. Or if they save up to buy a used car, it's 6 to 10 years old, and the smaller model. While less expensive, this option might not be the safest choice for teens. The Institute for Highway Safety has compiled a list of best choices and good choices for a safe used car for teens. In general, heavier cars had better safety crash ratings than lighter ones, and no mini cars made the list. So do your homework and get a car with the best safety ratings and features that you can afford.
Coming up, our second block construction blockbuster game as Doherty Valley takes on De La Salle.
And Lick Wilmerding battles Jefferson next.
It's the big finish event at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Gilroy. We've got more than 800 cars and trucks ready to go. 84 Wranglers, 310 Rams lifted and casual, 75 Chargers, 50 Hellcats, Grand Cherokees, lots of hybrids, Jeep Cherokees, $14,777, new Fiats, $9,999, Chrysler Pacifica, 8 passengers, just $19,777, diesel trucks with more than $17,000 off. We've got the legendary price, power, and selection. Drive a little, save a lot in Gilroy.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
Hi, I'm Tom McGraw, and I have the privilege of serving as CEO of First National Bank of Northern California. It's also been a privilege to grow up and make my home in the beautiful Bay Area and play high school sports just like many of you. We're proud to support local businesses and homeowners, as well as the hardworking youth and student athletes in the Bay Area. Come in and meet us and see how community banking really makes a difference in building stronger neighborhoods. Come into a branch and say hi.
Bank on it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bank on it! Back at Levi Stadium in the NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game, the Doherty Valley Wildcats are off to a fine start this season with an 11-2 record.
Yeah, they are a really good, impressive team. The Wildcats taking on a De La Salle team, now coached by former Spartan player Justin Argonal. The East Bay League opener played at De La Salle is our NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Our Kiara Biagini was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
It's opening night in the East Bay League as the De La Salle Spartans host the Doherty Valley Wildcats. De La Salle has a very young team this year with only 2 seniors, one being their go-to guy, Justin Pratt. The 6'3" forward is a great shooter. He can hit from outside and handles the ball very well. Doherty Valley coming in at 11-2. The Wildcats feature 6-foot guard Elijah Layard, The senior has been hot in preseason, looking to do big things for his team this year. It's the Spartans and Wildcats both looking for their first league win in our block construction blockbuster game. De La Salle takes the lead early on. Cade Arbagas finds Tim Kostolansky down low and he sinks it for 2. But the Wildcats not far behind as Elijah Laird gets the steal. He heads for the rack, taking on 2 defenders and comes up with the crafty finish. But the Spartans come right back. Justin Pratt gets a clear shot and he nails the jumper for a 5-point lead. But the Wildcats pull within 3. Justin Mazalang brings it underneath the hoop to find Sohan Byra-Pereni and he gets the bucket. Second quarter, De La Salle keeps firing. Here's Thomas Gregoros to Kostolansky for 2, making it 17-10 Spartans. But Doherty Valley begins their comeback. Laird dishes it to Kyle Zolotar, and that shot is good for 2. And just seconds later, Laird forces another turnover. He drives to the hoop and lays it in. The Wildcats take the lead 22-19. Back from the half, De La Salle tries to cut their deficit, but coming up with the big-time block is Byra-Pereni, and the Wildcats get hot. Mazalang passes it to Andrew Sheets in the corner, and he makes it splash from downtown. And here's more Wildcats offense as Mazalang centers up and he drains the jumper for 2. Doherty Valley leads 44-32 at the end of 3. And the Wildcats keep their momentum going in the fourth as Mazalang hits Byra-Pereni in the paint and he gets the bucket. De La Salle grinds and pulls within 5. Here's Pratt taking it to the hoop for 2, but not enough as Doherty Valley wins this one 63-57. Laird tells us how it feels to start league with a win.
It feels great, you know, all our teammates, we're in this together. We do it for our coaches and for our whole community, so it's just the beginning for us. We get after it on defense, we get out and run. You know, we're not the biggest team, but we got the biggest heart.
In Concord with our blockbuster game, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The starters from Lick Wilmerding and Jefferson getting to know each other as the teams are about to play a thrilling game. First quarter, Walter Lum crosses over, drives with the left hand, shoots with the right to give Lick Wilmerding the lead. More Lum, you can't leave him alone. Walter nails the long 3. He is a very impressive point guard. But Jefferson steps up to DeMarquez Castellano with the steal up ahead to Daniel Benjamin. His shot is off, but right there is Rodney Lawrence with the putback. Here's Lum again, a terrific no-look rocket inside to Justin Detweiler, and we're tied at 14 in the second. Third quarter, the Tigers' Alan Wilson steps up and hits a long-range jumper, but Jefferson goes on a tear in the third. Castellano with the steal, racing down court, then dishes to Benjamin, who finishes 33-23, Jeff with a 10-point lead. But the Tigers claw back as Lum on the inbounds play finds Zach Johnson for 2 and the foul. And then Lum breaking down the D and finding Royce Fong, who scores despite getting hammered. And then Lum cuts the 10-point lead to just 1 with his pretty baseline jumper. And this one is tight to the finish. Lum trying to will his team to victory, takes a very long 3 and he nails it. The Tigers up by 3, 4 seconds to play. Jeff desperate for a shot. Ryan Addion takes it and banks it home. His only points of the game to tie it at 43 all, and we go to overtime. In the OT, the Tigers' Alan Wilson takes charge with 5 points here, hopping into the lane for 2, and now Lum over to Wilson in the corner, and Wilson with a corner tray. Nothing but net as Lick Wilmerding goes to 13-1 on the season. Lum very impressive with 26 points for the victorious Tigers.
The Harker School honors athletes who perform well in the classroom every week. This week's Harker School Scholar athlete is Megan Ryder from the Lee girls basketball team. Megan is the captain of the Longhorns, leading in the classroom as well with a 3.75 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its lower and middle school league champions in boys basketball. The 4th and 5th and 6th grade teams all won league titles respectively. The 4th and 5th grade teams both went undefeated, and the 5th grade team also won its league tournament. Huge congrats at Harker. Preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Once again this season, Adobe brings us advice on how to use their software to make great highlight reels and team videos.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
Creating a ghosting image in Premiere Pro is really easy and quick. Once you have your clip on the timeline, place the same clip on a layer above it. Then move that clip over just a bit to offset it from the first one. In the Effects Control tab, change the opacity to the level that looks best for you. Here I use 50%. You can control the amount of ghosting by moving the top clip left or right. Add a Gaussian blur to soften the image. This cool effect is just another way to use the Adobe Creative Cloud to create great highlight reels and team videos. Coming up, league play tips off in the West Bay League as Menlo meets Pinewood.
And girls soccer with Newark Memorial and Moreau Catholic. But first, here's the World Games Top 10 Boys Basketball Poll.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Drive a little, save a lot. By Club Sport at the Sportsplex. Live healthy. And by the Sereno Group. Here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime real estate broker, and I'm teamed up with Keith Andry, my favorite son-in-law. Many of you remember Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband. We both support high school sports.
Hi, John Failer out of Saratoga and Santa Clara. I am very proud to support Northern California Bay Area high school sports.
Back at Levi Stadium, and the Pinewood Panthers off to a nice start to their season as West Bay League play begins this week. The Panthers with a 6-3 record so far.
Pinewood meeting a Menlo team that looks really strong this year with senior Riley Woodson averaging 14 points a game. Menlo hosting Pinewood this week.
Joe Foley introduced along with his Menlo Knights as they host Pinewood. Here's Foley early on with a terrific dish inside to Riley Woodson, who finishes Menlo up 6-0. More Knights as they whip the ball around to Foley. Pump fake and a drive strong to the basket for two more. Pinewood battles back as Cash Fields hands off to Connor Riches, who nails the three. He's good at that. That was Cash to Riches. Joe Foley is headed to Lehigh next year, but right now he's hitting threes for the Knights as Menlo extends its lead. Here's Cash Fields again for the Panthers. Slicing into the lane and finishing. Cash is so money. Look at the ball movement here by the Knights as Cole Kastner, Sam Fortenbaugh, and Nate Solomon all touch the ball before getting it outside to Thomas Brown, who nails the three. Coach Larson just loving that. I think he might have even smiled. Pinewood looking to get back in the game, but Riley Woodson says, "I don't think so. I am Superman." Pinewood does get three more here as Fields hits for three of his team-high 12, but Menlo rolls as Foley goes coast to coast and floats it home. Menlo up big now, time winding down in the third quarter. Kevin Chan up court ahead to Nate Solomon, who nails the long jumper at the buzzer. He does that all the time. Menlo wins it. The Knights now 8-1 on the season. Brown leading all scorers with 16.
We head to the Mission Valley League as two undefeated teams, Newark Memorial and Moreau Catholic, face off. 8 minutes in, Newark gets a corner kick. Isabella Contreras with a great ball right in front of the net to find Laura Fuentes, and the UC Irvine commit taps it in to put the Cougars on the board. Newark looking to extend their lead before the half. Emily Losiga looking for someone in the box, but the ball is cleared away, and it finds Priscilla Alvarez. She kicks it sky high, and it bounces into the goal for the 2-0 lead. The Cougars spending a lot of time in Mariners territory. They try to grab some insurance here, but making the diving save is Moreau goalie Josephine Gonzalez. Second half now and more Cougar offense. Kristen Bauman finds Losiga. She launches it and finds it back of the net. It's 3-0 Newark. With 20 minutes left of play, the Cougars grab one more for good measure. Here's Fuentes breaking for the goal. She comes up with a tricky pass, and there to put it away is Selena Santillan. Great assist by Fuentes. The Cougars come out on top 4-0. They remain undefeated in league.
The Mountain View girls soccer team is having a great season.
The girls meeting with 99.7 Now Strawberry to talk about it at the Rikus Center earlier this week.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. I had to interrupt their winter break to get them on camera, but these are the girls of the Mountain View High School soccer team. The champs are here. Let's start with one of the captains, Beth Ann, last season. Mountain View High was CCS Open Division champs. How did that feel?
It was a great feeling. We tried hard every game. We all worked for each other, and our chemistry was great.
Does it add pressure on you guys for this season, something to live up to, though?
I don't think it adds pressure. It's just because we won. Every team gives 100% against us, so we just have to work hard every game, get better every game, and we want to end up where we were last year.
Oh, yeah, that's where we got to go last year. Let's talk about this year, though. Sarah, 8-0 so far, but Wednesday, league starts, the real deal, and you guys kick it off with Los Altos, of course, right?
Yeah, we're excited. It's a great way to start against our school's rivals, and we're really excited
to put it on the field, what we've done in the preseason, and it's going to be a great season.
And because of open and how things are weird this year, you didn't play Los Altos last year for league. So this win will mean a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely for the school. It's fun to always beat a rival team. So, yeah, we're excited.
And this is a team with a lot of upperclassmen, many of which, Nicole, have been committed to next season already. Where are you going? What school are you going to?
Eastern Washington.
Run down the list of everybody else who committed.
So we have Elena Palacios going to Hawaii, Bethann Perry going to USF, Laura Carceroni and Sydney Arriaga are going to UCSB, and we have Lucy Tang going to USD.
Wow, congratulations to you guys, and good job to the coach, too. All right, these are the girls of Mountain View High School. My name is Strawberry. I'm on your radio every night at 7 o'clock on 99.7 Now. Ladies, take it away.
Spartans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Spartans! DG presents the Be Happy play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy play comes from the Brandon Bruins with 3 minutes left in the match. Lucas Cuellar with the pass to Dante Reynoso. The goal is good and the Bruins take the lead and the match. Go to dgdg.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. It might be this play, but maybe not.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Ruckus Center.
Hi, I'm Coach Robbie, and today's training tip is a reaction ball drop. This is a great exercise to do during your rest period between sets, and it's great to work on your action, your mental focus, and hand-eye coordination. So what we'll do is we're gonna put a number to each hand on the floor. Your right hand will be 1, left hand will be 2, the floor will be 3. It's a partner exercise. One partner is gonna drop the ball while counting out a number, and your goal is to try to catch the ball as quickly as possible without letting it hit the floor. To make this exercise more challenging, you can place your hands farther and farther and farther back behind yourself.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi Stadium, May
21st.
21st.
I knew
that's
that.
Right.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
Play of the Week. A lot of great dunks this week. We start with Jonathan Ned from Heritage. He's really good. Robert Nelson, the quarterback on the football team, to Dylan Belquist. That's a nice touchdown pass there. And Belquist with the big-time rip. Here's Jack Nielsen from Dublin with the monster slam there. Dante Reynoso from Branham going to soccer now. Knocks the ball into the goal, and that's the game winner for the Bruins. Here's Amador Valley with the alley-oop. Dimitri Aaron to Tyler Nanny. A great play there. Here's Amani Opez from Vintage from Napa. Amani with the steal and the slam. We love defense that leads to offense. But the play of the week goes to the Jefferson Grizzlies. Ryan Addion, time winding down, just seconds to play in the game. They need a 3 and Ryan hits it. His only 3 points of the game. Ryan Addion setting the game into overtime with this 3-point buzzer beater, and that's the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week as we meet a Valley Christian basketball player playing for her fallen relatives. We will see you then.